All right, so we're reviewing for our quiz here. The first few questions are going to be about circles. What is the equation of the circle whose center is at 0, -4, and the radius is 10? All right, so up here at the top, you've got your standard form of a circle formula, I guess. So the r is a 10, and 10 squared is equal to 100. So you can mark off F, B, and C. And it looks like the x-coordinate of the center is going to be a 0. So the h right here is going to be a 0, which is going to give us option A. Option A is the only one that matches that. X minus 0 squared is just x squared. All right. And then for the y part, it's going to be the opposite sign of whatever is shown there in the center, because it's a minus k. Therefore, on your answer, it's going to be +4. What's the equation of the circle graphed? Okay, my center is 2, 5. So it's going to be x minus 2 squared, and then y minus 5 squared. For our radius, we need to figure out the distance from the center to this outside edge. All right, it's going to be easier to count up this time. So I'm going from 5 units, here all the way up to 10 units. So that means my radius is going to be a 5. All right, it's going to be 5 squared, which is 25. All right, convert the circle equation to standard form. So one way that you could do this is to take each of these answer options and multiply them out. So you'd have to do the distributive property for the x plus 6 squared, and the same for the y plus 16. Anyway, then you'd have to move everything over to one side of the equation and then see if it matches this. That's pretty time consuming. That would not be the preferred method. So we're going to figure this out by completing the square. First thing you do is move your x's together, kind of group those. All right, do the same thing for the y's. And I'm leaving this space here so I can complete the square. Move this positive 10 over to the right-hand side. That's going to be -10 when you move it over. Okay. So to complete the square, I'm going to do half of 6 is 3, and then 3 squared is 9. So I'm going to add 9 there, and I'm going to add 9 to the right-hand side to keep it equal. All right, for the y part, half of 16 is 8. 8 squared is 64. There we go. And then these three terms are going to factor nicely. It's going to be x plus 3, x plus 3, otherwise known as x plus 3 quantity squared. These are going to factor as y plus 8, y plus 8. Okay, and then these terms on the right-hand side, it's going to represent our radius. What is this? This is -1, and then -1 plus 64 is 63. Looks like D is our answer. Nice. All right, getting into some right triangles now. What is sine of A plus cosine of B? All right, so sine of A is opposite over hypotenuse, so that's going to be 2x is my opposite over the hypotenuse, which is z. And then cosine of B, so I'm looking from this perspective now. Cosine is adjacent, which is 2x, over the hypotenuse again, which is z. And since the denominators are the same, you can just add the numerators. It's going to be 4x over z. All right. If cosecant is equal to 4, what is sine of that angle? So cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So if cosecant is positive, if cosecant is 4, then sine is going to be 1/4, which will be 0.25 as a decimal. Okay. These two are just reciprocals. Cosecant and sine are just reciprocals. Okay, they're giving us secant and they're giving us sine, and they want us to find tangent. So if I take secant and think about its reciprocal, which is cosine, that's going to tell me cosine is equal to 3/5. And I already know sine. Well, the other definition for tangent is just sine over cosine. So that's what I'm going to do to find tangent here. I'm going to do 4/5, which is my sine, over 3/5, which is cosine. You could divide these doing keep, change, flip, but basically the 5s are going to end up canceling with each other, and you're going to get 4/3. Nice. The other way is build you a triangle that represents, sine is equal to 4/5. It'd be something like this. If this is angle A, opposite over hypotenuse is 4/5. This side right here has to be my 3. And then you could find tangent of A. All right, tangent would be opposite over adjacent, 4/3. Okay. All right, for a right triangle, sine is equal to 2/9. And then it gives us the hypotenuse is 54 units. What is the side opposite from angle A? All right, so opposite over hypotenuse, that's your definition for sine. That's equal to 2/9, but they're telling us that the hypotenuse is actually 54. So opposite over 54 is 2/9. This is just a scaled up version by 6. 9 times 6 gives you 54. So 2 times 6 gives you your opposite side. So 12. All right, we'll pause there.